This is the third consecutive game you guys have blown double-digit leads. Why do you think that is?
Just not sustaining a high level of execution on either end of the floor, letting the momentum slip away, and then it's a make or miss situation down the stretch. Jaylen Brown hits that three. Royce O'Neal hits one tonight. You give teams an ability to go win the game, with a possession here, possession there. It's the NBA, and we've been on the wrong side of it. But we've beaten ourselves, in a certain portion of the game that gives the other team life, and that's what happens.
Why do you think that's been a reoccurring thing? I feel like we've been asking why a lot lately, but I mean, why? Why do you think that?
Just not meeting the moment in the sense of execution. It's a vague term, but it means not missing a switch, not communicating, missing a box out, fouling instead of make a tough contested jumper. Offensively getting stagnant, a little hero ball. You can kind of go down the list a little bit, and it just seems to happen at all the wrong times. And we've put ourselves in a position where, again, we give the other team life, and they take advantage of it.
Kavan was saying how maybe one of the reasons why he thinks that's the laundry list of things is happening is you guys have had a lot of inconsistencies in the lineups, right? Whether it's starting the bench. Do you think that has played a role in the lack of execution in some of those areas?
Maybe, but I think we've shown that we can do it. So, we have to be able to adjust on the fly because we have a lot of. We've talked about it early in the year. We have a lot of options in terms of who was playing, and after our starting lineup and Loon now as the six guys that have rotated through the starting lineup regularly, we've shown ability to put it together, but recently I don't know what the issue is, but it's definitely shown to put us in a position where down the stretch, it shows itself the lack of execution and chemistry when not at the wrong time. So that's our challenge.
Where do you feel like the sense of urgency is with this team just to get things going?
I mean, it's high. We're talking about it. We're saying all the right things in the locker room. Our prep for the games and all that. It seems like we're locked in. We understand that the moment is now to go on a run, but keep hitting these speed bumps and not taking advantage of how our guys played in Cleveland. And in moments like that where you feel like, all right, this is our time to turn it up, and we're right back in this position where you're struggling to find any type of winning execution down the stretch or over the course of just putting together 48 minutes. So I said the urgency is high, but we're saying all the right things. We just got to go do it.
How frustrating is that?
Losing sucks, no matter. What the reason is. Losing is a terrible feeling, and we hate it. And being 23 and 24, this past the halfway mark of the season, we've experienced a lot of it. So we need to bottle it up and do something about it. I feel like nobody's letting go of the rope. Nobody's thinking that we can't do it. Again, that's our challenge, to not be in a situation where every other night we're explaining why we didn't get the job done.
I guess, why do you think it's been hard, if you're saying all the right things, why do you think it's been hard for you to execute and carry it over and actually act on all those things?
I mean, I'm not sure. I just know, like, every year you have to prove that you're a good team. And it's not just because, we did what we did last year or the year before we finished, down the stretch, 15-5 in those last 20 games, or, what we did the years past. Every year you have to prove you're a good team. And everybody has to take that accountability to do what it takes to accomplish that, or else you have an empty season and nobody's happy. So, yeah, if we don't do it, we're going to prove that we're not a very good team. And I don't think that anybody's signing up for that or going to let that be the result of the season.
I mean, you mentioned accountability. Do you feel like there's enough accountability right now with this team?
I think so. I think so. Yeah, I think we understand the makeup of our roster. To the point earlier, just about how there's going to be a heavy rotation or revolving door of different guys getting opportunities. That's just how we're built from top to bottom. But you know, everybody has to just raise their level just a little bit. It's not one guy, trying to save the day or whatever. It's about everybody just raising their level just a little bit for the minutes that they're out there, and that should take care of those little mistakes or that laundry list of stuff that's put us in this position.